Great day, powerful people. This is Ro-Lunda Jackson, the Empowerment Advocate, coming to you from the Empowerment Studio here in San Antonio, Texas. And we are going to get into our third episode of the Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment. And the topic for this morning is the growing pains of starting a home-based business. Give me just a moment while I do some technology things right now. And Wednesday Empowerment Moment. All right. And the topic for this morning. Share. All right. While I am doing my what you call it, my admin, my admin duties, I'm going to ask you if you would like our page, the Empowerment Advocate, Handle Your Business, Empowerment Enterprises. And also, if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel, Handle Your Business. I'm building that channel. You know, it took me a minute to realize every time you create a Gmail that you have a YouTube channel. So I got about 5 or 6 of them. However, I want to focus on Handle Your Business. So if you would subscribe to that channel as I begin to build and show your support, I'd greatly appreciate it. And I don't take it lightly. Give me just a moment, be with you in about 90 seconds. Go ahead and type in your name and where you're from. Let me know you're out there. Just a moment. I will be playing some music, but it seems to be an issue with copyrighted music that you can't put it on here for some reason. I'll look into that later. We'll see. If not, I'll make up a song. Okay, how about that? All right. Okay, how about that? So let me turn down my volume so I don't be hearing myself coming back on me. Interesting, very, very interesting. You want to put that there. And all right, let's move into, I still have not understood why there is not an invite or a share link anywhere from my laptop broadcasting from my business page that will allow me to be able to accept invites of people who want to come on or invite somebody or share it or anything. I may have to broadcast from my phone. So, and share from my laptop. I'm gonna have to write a note to myself and make sure I do that next time. Nevertheless, here we are. Once again, this is the Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment, episode 3, the growing pains of starting a home-based business. And if you're on, if you have eyes on this live feed right now and you are a home-based business owner, drop into the comment section what has been your greatest growing pain of starting your home-based business or just your business, period. Okay. And let's talk about that. But as we do that, I want to start with, first, I want to thank my good friend and business associate, Miss Angela McCoy out of Atlanta, Georgia, who by way of conversation, we were discussing the beauties of a home-based business and what it allows you to do and how it causes you to grow and get outside of the box and begin to really learn about yourself and what you're capable of and the great things that God has already put in you that you being a home-based business owner is bringing out of you. And so so because of that conversation, that's where the inspiration for the topic of this show came from, the growing pains of starting a home-based business. And when I think of growing pains, I think about when I was growing up, because I am a tall female. And coincidentally, I was the tallest female I was the tallest student on campus when I was an 8th grader. Go figure that out, right? So I had the tallest boy by like an inch. So go figure that out. So nevertheless, as I endeavored into playing sports and stuff like that and just began to grow, I started to feel some aches and some pains in my joints. And I couldn't figure out why I was hurting. I'm like, I'm too young to be hurting like this. And so I would ask my mom, and she said, oh, those are growing pains. And she took me to the doctor to make sure that there was really nothing wrong. And they said, no, you're just going through some growing pains. And I was like, well, okay. Well, they don't feel too good. Nevertheless, I understand that as you're growing, that means you're developing, you're getting stronger, and you're moving on to another level that will enable you to be able to do some things that you were not able to do before. So growing pains have some pros and cons. In the beginning, they don't feel good to you, but ultimately they will be good for you. So moving on into the topic, and keeping that in mind about growing pains, I pulled up a statistic on network marketing. I am in the network marketing industry, specifically in the financial education / financial literacy sector. And what we do is we educate people on their finances. Now, don't get offended. Please don't get offended. If you are offended, then this may not be for you, okay? But we educate people on their finances and how to be an economist, how to maximize from the least. Let me rephrase that. I'm gonna say it like that. How to get more out of what you already have. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So we show you how to increase your cash flow by way of adjusting your W-4. If you are a W-2 employee, and that's all you are, and you don't have a side hustle, you don't have a home-based business, you don't have a business outside of your job, then you are solely an employee. And you do have, let's see, what's the right word I'm looking for? You do have control over how much the government takes out of your check. Medicare, Social Security, and all that stuff, there's nothing you can do about that. However, your federal withholding, you can. And so we show people how to increase their cash flow by not giving it away to Uncle Sam every pay period, however often your pay period is. And we show you how to take that money and to eliminate debt, in addition to minimizing your expenses and ultimately becoming a wholesale investor. Okay, we don't invest for you. We will educate you on how to invest to get what the banks get on your money when you give it to them for free, or what the government gets on your money when you give it to them for free. So between Uncle Sam and Aunt Iris, they're going to maximize your dollars for their benefit. So we teach you how to maximize your own dollars for you and your family's benefit. That way you can build wealth truly and begin to leave a legacy for your family. So if that is of interest to you, reach out to me and I will send you some free information, absolutely free, no commitment or anything like that. And we will be able to get that information to you, and you can make a sound decision, make an informed decision, make a wise decision of whether this is something for you or not, if this is something that you want to be a part of. So let's move into the topic right now. The growing pains of starting a home-based business. I have a little bit of my story. I have always been attracted to working from home. As a young wife and a young mother, we had a lot of kids. So I was at home most of the time while my kids were growing up. I had 5 total. Not all 5 were little bitty at the same time. However, they are close together in groups and all of that stuff. So ultimately, I spent a lot of time at home, but I wanted to be able to generate some kind of income to help supplement what my husband was doing. So I endeavored into different opportunities, and they didn't all work out well. So I don't know if it was me, or if it was the program, or if it was a combination, or maybe I didn't have a great understanding. But I can tell you what, since I've been a part of my econ, since I've been a part of the system, the program that I am now, things have opened up so greatly for me. And so a lot of people have a bad idea about network marketing, i.e. multi-level marketing, i.e. direct sales. I've always said to myself, I am not a salesperson. I do not like bothering people about buying no products. Okay. However, with this system, this program that I am a part of, and over 50,000 associates across the United States, this is about education. Okay. So we educate you, and we offer you a membership that's going to give you all the tools necessary to implement the wealth building strategies and principles that we teach. So looking at some statistics of the direct sales industry, or the network marketing industry, or the multi-level marketing industry. Again, if this does not appeal to you, then this is not for you. So I'm just talking to those that are looking for some kind of way to get over the top, some kind of way to get up and over that hill, some kind of way to get above water, some kind of way to get their feet set on a solid foundation. So the direct selling industry, and I'm going to read what I found here. It says a record 20.5 million people were involved in direct selling, i.e. network marketing, in the United States in 2016, a 1.5% increase from the previous year. These people are affiliated with direct selling companies, i.e. network marketing companies, and are eligible to purchase products at a discount and resell them at a profit. My program is not about that. That is not what my program is about, okay? Just to plug that in, all right? They are also eligible to sponsor others to do the same. 5.3 million are building independent businesses as direct sellers. I like to say as home-based business owners, because there are great benefits in being a home-based business owner. Meaning they are actively managing a customer base and possibly sponsoring others to do the same. 800,000 of these people are full-time, and 4.5 million are part-time. In addition, 15.2 million others receive a discount on products and services that they personally enjoy and use. Estimated direct retail sales of 35.54 billion in 2016 is the second most in direct selling history. So as you are building your home-based business and you're going through, what do I do? What program do I become a part of? What company do I partner up with? That's going to have to be, you're going to have to do some research on your part. If, again, I'm plugging this in, if you are interested in financial education, if you need to get your money right, because most companies, they tell you, they say to you, and they can prove that you can make a lot of money. However, if they are not educating you on what to do with that money versus going out buying a whole bunch of toys and just blowing it, then they're doing you a disservice. So with our program, with my program, we show you how to do what you do. I take that back. We show you how to wisely handle the money that you make in your business and ultimately redirect the funds that you're already making through your job, possibly, to maximize the benefit for you and your family, and ultimately get on the side of the wealthy. We're going to teach you the rules of the wealthy, and then show you how to play the game of the wealthy. So we show you how to become wealthy and stay wealthy. Okay. So if that is a goal of yours, if you're wanting to leave a legacy for your family through network marketing, i.e. direct sales or multi-level marketing, it can be done. What you need to do is just plug into a system, a good system that will support you and give you the tools that you need and the education and ultimately the success. And then you have a group of people that you may never meet, or people all over the country that will support you and that will become a family with you, become part of your family. So in the growing pains of starting a home-based business, if those are aspects that you are looking for, then you need to do your research. If you want to know more about my program, let me know. Okay. So the next thing I want to touch on is the kind of leadership. And leadership is very important. When you become a home-based business owner, you automatically set yourself up to become a leader. Now, what kind of leader are you going to be? Are you going to be a quiet leader? Are you going to be a sometimes interactive leader? Or are you going to be a hands-on leader? Are you going to be a super active leader? And so not everybody has the natural tendencies of a leader. Some things we need to learn, and I say we because there are a lot of things that I needed to learn in starting my home-based business and being a leader. So that meant when I am sponsoring other people and teaching them and training them, that put me in the leadership position. That's not always a comfortable position because you're out front and people are looking to you and counting on you and wanting to and following your lead. And it's okay if you feel uncomfortable at first, but eventually you're going to have to get to a point to where you say, okay, I can do this. So I always reverted back to being a mother because my kids depended on me. They counted on me, excuse me, counted on me to take care of them, to feed them, to clothe them, to get them where they need to be, and to protect them. So as a leader, that's what you're doing with your team when you're building a team. And so what I failed to mention about about Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment is that this is sponsored by Project Infinity 5000. And what that is we're looking for 5,000 team members across the U.S. that will help us help 250,000 families build a legacy for their family. So if you want to partner with us, reach out to me again. So I'm plugging that in too. So back to the leadership. With leadership, it's not easy, but it can be very, very, very rewarding. And so I watch a lot of the leaders that are a part of my program, and I am just in awe. And it just seems so natural for them. And I've been told that I'm natural too. However, we are our own self's worst critic, and I'm just going to be transparent. I'm just going to be very transparent. So it's not an easy thing, but it's very worthwhile. It is very rewarding. And so the next thing I want to touch on when it comes to the growing pains of starting a home-based business is you have to do your research when it comes to the compensation plans. I've been a part of quite a few network marketing companies, and for the most part, just jumped into them because of the presentation, not really doing research. But then again, I was ignorant to the different types of compensation plans that are available in the different network marketing companies. Now, I have to say, bar none, that for the last 20 plus years, being in and out of the industry, I have to say that the program that I am in now with my econ, the personal financial success company, the compensation plan is off the chain. It's off the chain. And it does my heart good to know that I can reach out and touch the owners of the company. Some network marketing companies, the CEOs, the co-founders, the owners, or whatever you want to call them, some of them are untouchable. But if you can reach out and touch them, if you got their phone number in your phone, then that says something. And so when you think about the compensation plan of the company that you are a part of, I have to give a shout out to the co-founders of my econ because they want to make sure that their associates are very, very, very successful. They're not looking at how much they can put into their pockets because their success is based on our success. And so that's what a good leader does. Going back to that point, good leadership means you're wanting success and greatness for those that you are leading. And so they do that for us. So those compensation plans, if it's, I don't know what else to say about it. A lot can be said about it, and I'm sure that a lot of people can chime in on that. But all I could say is over the last 20 plus years of being in and out of network marketing companies, being a part of the industry, that this compensation plan is bar none. There's no possible way, if you don't submit to the system, that you will not be able to be successful. So that's what I wanted to share on the growing pains of starting a home-based business. I also made some other notes here about being strong. My mom took me to the doctors because my knees were hurting, like my elbows were hurting, you know, and I was a multi-sport athlete. And so I was like, why am I hurting so much? Why does this feels uncomfortable? This feels not good. Okay. And the doctor explained to my mom that my bones and my tendons and ligaments and muscles were being stretched. And so when something is being stretched out of its norm, it becomes uncomfortable, becomes very, very, very uncomfortable. And so I have been stretched being in this industry. I have been stretched being with this company. I have been stretched from the leadership that I receive, and it's doing me good. It's doing me good because it's bringing me outside of my comfort zone. And for those that truly, truly, truly know me, know I'm almost like a behind the scenes person. You know, I'll help, I'll support. You know, I'll say something every now and then, but to be out front is not really my forte. Nevertheless, it's becoming necessary in me developing as a better leader. And so you have this industry will stretch you. Starting a home-based business will stretch you. Also, it will get you once again out of your comfort zone. Inside the box, let's take a plant. Inside of its original container that you bought it in, it's only going to grow so much. And then after a while, it eventually start dying because it doesn't have enough room to grow, because the roots have outgrown the pot. They start coming out through the bottom and cracking the sides and stuff like that. So you have to repot the plant. And so that means that plant has to come out of its comfort zone. It's no longer comfortable in that little bitty pot that you originally bought it in. And so that's the same when it comes to starting a home-based business. You have to get outside of your comfort zone, outside of the box. And think of it this way: there is so much more room outside of the box. I'm not saying go from your box to somebody else's box. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying get outside of your box and take in everything that's around you. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that are striving where you're striving to go. Surround yourself with people that talk the same language as you. Surround yourself with people that think the same thoughts as you. Surround your people that have dreams and goals and aspirations that just seem unreal. You have to think that big. So that means you have to become uncomfortable. You have to become uncomfortable, okay? Starting a home-based business and growing it to a magnitude of where you can leave it as a legacy for your family, that means you're going to have to be stretched and you're going to have to get outside of your comfort zone. The last thing is there is a learning curve when you are starting a home-based business. That can be a growing pain as well. That means you're going to have to do some serious reading, people. That means you're going to have to do some reading. You're going to have to do some studying, and you may have to read the same thing 10 times in order to get the understanding. Okay, so that's not a bad thing. That means you're self-educating yourself. You are self-educating yourself when you read. There are a plethora of books out there that you can read that will open your mind to a different way of thinking, a different way of processing, a different way of taking in what you already take in, but now you start to see it differently. So when you start to see things differently, the things you see will start to be different, if that makes sense. Okay, so growing pains, starting a home-based business. You are talking about, think about taking into account the statistics of network marketing. There are so many people in network marketing it has become their side hustle, to where it has become their main source of income. And then they start branching off from there. And then you have to realize that you have to become a leader. You have to become a leader when you start a home-based business. And also you need to take into account the compensation plan. How is it going to best help you? How can you maximize that compensation plan? And you have to realize that you will be stretched. You have to get outside of your comfort zone. And there is a learning curve. There is a learning curve. One of my business mentors says it this way: there are 4 levels of learning. I call it 4 levels of learning. You have the unconscious incompetent, which means you don't know what you don't know. And then you have the conscious incompetent, which means you realize that there are some things that you don't know. And then you have the conscious competent, which means you know that you know some things now. And then ultimately you have the unconscious competence, which means things start to become second nature to you without you even thinking about it. And so if you want to know what those are again, then go back and rewind the video. Just thought I'd throw that in there. So it's coming to the bottom of the hour. I'm not going to keep you past that time. It has been a pleasure, an ultimate pleasure, sharing with you on this morning for episode 3 of the Wise Wednesday Empowerment Moment. Again, please go and like our page, Empowerment Advocate. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel, Handle Your Business. Handle Your Business. Okay? And that's all I have for today. Again, if you would like to know more about the Project Infinity 5000 program, please reach out to me. We are actively looking for 5,000 members, team members, partners across the U.S. to help us set free financially at least 250,000 families across this nation. That may seem like a big number, but I think big. So, and this is to happen over the next 5 years. So if it takes us longer, that's cool. If we accomplish that beforehand, then we'll just up the ante. Okay. So Ro-Lunda Jackson, the Empowerment Advocate, coming to you live from the Empowerment Studio here in San Antonio, Texas. And it has been my pleasure once again sharing with you on this morning. I am now signing out. So you have a blessed day, a blessed day, because you absolutely deserve it. Bye-bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in for our show on today. If you found value in today's empowerment moment, please like our page and share this video. Join us again next Wednesday, same place, same time. Bye-bye for now.